All right, guys. We're gonna go check on Willow. Willow has been sequestered in her birthing suite for a couple of days, and we are just waiting, pins and needles. Hey, you guys like my shirt, my hoodie? You see that? Because my goats are calling and I must go. My husband gave me that for Christmas. He's trying to tell me something. All right, let's see if Willow had babies yet. You guys think? Okay, before I look, what are the odds? I don't hear anything, which means probably no babies, but she looks really pregnant, guys, but no babies. You see, why are you looking at me? So guys, when is she gonna have her babies? I'm saying that they're all gonna pop on Super Bowl Sunday when I'm inside and I'm trying to watch the game. I don't really care about either of the teams that are involved, but go 49ers. Yeah, we're gonna have to just wait and see. I'm hoping that they're gonna pop over the weekend. It's supposed to be really warm on Sunday, which would be advantageous. I haven't put up any of the heat lamps because our weather's been so up and down on a roller coaster. I'm kind of gambling, but I also have a lot of faith in these mamas that they're gonna be able to kid with no problem. So before we do anything else, I wanted to thank everybody so far that's been subscribing, who's been watching our videos. We're really enjoying making them. I cannot wait for you guys to see all these lovely ladies. They're waiting for me to feed. They say it's feeding time, Mom. So big thank you to that. We really, really appreciate it, guys. This has been a blast so far, and we're gonna keep going, but I cannot wait. Let me tell you guys, I cannot wait for our kids to hit the ground, because when they hit the ground, it's gonna be like you guys are right there with us. As long as I can be here for them, I'm hoping to goodness that they don't do any kidding while I'm at work. My husband does work from home, so the poor guy's been running back and forth to the barn all day at my request, and he's been so sweet about it. So thank you, Mark. If you're watching this, thank you. But until then, hopefully the next time you guys tune in with me, we're gonna have goats on the round. So I noticed today while we were feeding that BoJangles was a little rough on her feet. She's so close to kidding. I'm really trying to make sure that their feet stay in really good condition. The problem around this time of year, it's supposed to be cold, the ground's supposed to be hard, but it's been so warm and so wet. All of these girls are struggling with their feet, and Bojo is one of them. Bojo has never really had very good hind feet. She's got really, really slender hooves, so I'm gonna go ahead and take her, and you guys can see here. I don't know if you guys can see, because it's not, I don't got like really good light, but you can see how her foot is kind of turned in and on itself. The same with this one. She needs to be trimmed. Usually she doesn't need to be trimmed this soon. They were all trimmed back in December, and really you should be doing your goat's hose about every 2 months depending on the goat. Usually she's right at 2 months, so we're going to be going a little bit early here. Ooh. And I think I'm going to give her a stall to herself. Most goats don't like to be by themselves, but I think with how wet it's been and how heavy bred she is, I might just go ahead and cut her hoofs tonight, trim them up, and give her some time to herself to not be pushed by the other goats or feel like she has competition being this close to kidding. So you guys can see she's not too overgrown. She's a little overgrown. This is her right rear end. So we're going to go ahead and trim this one up. And there we go. She's all trimmed up on this side. On to the next. Yep, and this hoof is not in good shape. With how wet it's been, I'm not surprised. So this foot I'm going to trim down, probably try to salve, put some Epsom Salt Salve on it. Should try to draw some of that out and harden it up for her and give her a couple of days of TLC by herself and see how that does for her. Okay guys, as we got cut, and I'm pretty sure you guys can see that right through there, she's definitely got a pocket of infection in here. So this bothers me with her being about a week and a half away from her due date. She's due February 11th, so this bothers me. This is why she's got a hitch in her giddy up, so I'm definitely going to be treating this and trimming it as carefully as I can tonight, guys, and getting this girl off her feet and giving her some time to rest and heal. Okay guys, this is one of the reasons why you really need to be on your toes when you've got an animal that's acting just a little bit off, or if she's moving a little bit slow. She's heavy bred, so I'm going to keep saying that word, heavy bred, because she's very close to her due date. So after getting into this hoof, I first noticed there was a little bit of warmth in the hoof, which usually that's the first sign of infection, that there's heat in the hoof. After I got a lot of that excess that you guys saw in the first clip of her left rear foot, there was some obvious tenderness. There was a smell, which makes me think hoof rot, which is really not good to deal with, guys. It's really awful. And it doesn't surprise me. We're getting so much rain, and the weather's been actually a little bit more warm than normal for this time of the year, that when she first came out to the field today limping, that was my first thought, is I wonder if she's got hoof rot, or if she's gotten something wedged in her foot. So I'm pretty sure it's hoof rot, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to treat accordingly. It's better, like I said, with my what to expect when you're expecting goat babies, with what should be in your birth bucket or what you should have on hand. It's better to have too much than not enough. So I've got some vet tape here. I'm going to be putting an Epsom Salt Salve on there. But first I'll be cleaning it out with spray and peroxide, as well as some iodine, to just kind of go in and sanitize it first, to try to remove any bacteria. Her feet have been in the mud and whatever else, so it's really important that I sanitize her first and get as much of the bacteria out as I can. After I sanitize and get the Epsom Salt Salve kind of worked in there, I've actually got just like baby diapers on hand. These are really nice because then you can put the Epsom Salt Salve down in the bottom of them and then open them up and make them kind of like a boot. So you open them up like that, Epsom salt goes in the inside, pull it up over the hoof, and then use the vet wrap all the way around it. Make sure you don't cut it on too tight, because we don't want to cut off circulation. You should be able to get maybe like a finger or two in there without much resistance, but I'll be changing that every day until she's starting to show a little bit of improvement. But until then, guys, it's going to be a little bit of touch and go with her. So hang with me while I get this girl fixed up and hopefully on bed rest and TLC. Actually one of our original goat kidding stalls. These are 5x5s, but you can see it's perfect for a goat that maybe doesn't feel good, quarantining, kidding. It's nice to have some of these smaller spaces to get a hold of them. And you guys can tell she's already content eating her hay, and she's not happy with that on her foot, but it's going to make it feel a lot better. There might be some discomfort now, but in the long run, that's just for the best. All right, guys, I think that's going to do it for tonight. I'm tired. I'm going to do one last check on my pregnant girls just to check some ligaments, see if anybody's acting a little bit odd, and we'll be turning it in for the night. So, hope you guys join me again for the next time. Hopefully we're not going to be addressing any yucky hooves or trying to doctor anybody up, but hey, that's a part of the farm life. So sometimes you just got to roll with the punches, and sometimes that means coming out after you're ready to take a shower and go to bed, and take care of the goaty goats first, because if you don't take care of them, who's going to? So guys, until next time, thanks for watching. Bye.